Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today for our craft time. Today we are going to be making a little campfire that we can have right in the house. And why I got thinking about the campfire craft was we had done some stories recently about being brave, and one of them was this one here, Let's Sing Along with the Great Brave Cowboy. And I got thinking about sitting around campfires and singing songs, and so I thought we'd make a campfire today. You know what, it's pretty bright in this room, so I'll just show you with my book here. I'll make it a little darker. If you can see that we actually have a nice bright light underneath our campfire, and it looks like a little flickering fire. So we're gonna make that together today. Let me move my books out of the way here. Here we go. So some things that you'll need for your craft. This one's a little bit different. You may not have it around the house, but you might. You never know. You can get these at the dollar store. You need a little LED flickering candle. So let's see if I can get this one to turn on. There we go. So that's what they look like when they turn on. And they're not hot, so you can put them by paper and nothing happens, which is great. So we have that. And we need a cup. That's what we're going to stick our tissue paper onto. And we have some tissue paper. I have red, yellow, and orange, but you can just use one or two of those colors if you only have them those colors at home. The stuff that you use for wrapping birthday presents is really nice. You can just go and grab some of that, what you would put in the gift bag with a birthday present. And I used some brown construction paper, and I cut some strips to make some firewood. So just like this. I cut about maybe 5 or 6, so you can do that. And you'll also need some white glue, which we have a nice big bottle of it here. And I used a paper plate. I just had a birthday plate at home, so I used that one to put my glue onto. It makes it easier for our craft today. So let's just do a few of these. And then if you would like to, you can do a little extra thing, depending on what you've got at home. I made a little pretend marshmallow to roast over my campfire. And what I used for that, I'll put it right here, was a popsicle stick and a cotton ball. And I just put some glue on and stuck one on the end of the other. So if you have that at home, you can add a pretend marshmallow to our pretend campfire today. So we've got our brown pieces of wood made out of paper that we're going to use, and we've got our cup, we've got our tissue paper, and some glue on a plate right here. So you may need to ask an adult for help with this. It's not too difficult, but it is a little bit tricky to cut. If you have a really tiny cup at home, that's great, and you can just use a tiny cup. I just had a regular sized one. But we kind of need to get it down to size, otherwise it's going to take a long time to make our campfire. So there we go. So we've cut the bottom part off, and we just have a little piece right here. And then we'll just take our tissue paper. I've got little squares and rectangles, and just crunch it a little bit, and then we'll stick it right onto the cup, just like this. And this is fun to do, but it does take a little while. So if you've got a little bit of time in a morning or afternoon where you're looking for something to do, you can do this. If you find some of the pieces you've cut are a bit big, you can just rip them. It is kind of fun to scrunch them up. I find that they look a little bit more like flame when they're scrunched up. And I like to put on a bunch of different pieces in a bunch of different spots, not all the yellow together or the orange together, because it's kind of like when you're watching a campfire and you look at the flames, or maybe you have a fireplace or a wood stove at your house, and you look at the flames and you can see all the different colors that the flames make. Sometimes they're even blue if they're really hot, but usually you'll see yellow and orange, a little bit of red at the end. And then the coals, when they get nice, and you can roast your marshmallow over them. So we can just continue doing this for a little while until we have a few pieces stuck on. There we go. I'll put maybe one more orange piece on as our example, because I don't want you to fall asleep while I'm showing you our craft this morning. So You can keep doing that and turn it as you go, and you'll end up with a cup all covered in crumpled up tissue paper. That'll be our flames. And then what we do is we just set up our little campfire. So you can just put your pieces of pretend wood into a campfire shape, just like you're out camping. And then you take your little candle, pretend candle, and you put your fire over top of it. And then if you would like to, and you have the supplies, you can just dip the end of your popsicle stick in the glue, stick on your pretend marshmallow. I don't recommend eating this. They're kind of sticky in the mouth, don't taste very good. And then you can roast your marshmallow over your fire. Let's put our, we'll put our book back up as if it's a tent over top, just so we can see the flames one more time. So there we go. You can roast your marshmallow in there. And that's all you need. So have fun, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining me.